Bedu, Cassie Nahanko Adana Eyute. Hello, my name is Cassie, and I'm a member of the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua Tribe of Indians. I am our Cultural Resources Coordinator, and I am a Native artist. I wear a lot of different hats. Some days I might be out in the woods identifying plants or gathering, checking on plant resources that may be used later. Or I might be in our preschools, I might be in local schools, I plan events and put on classes. I might be coordinating with other teachers to put on classes for to serve our tribal members. I live, breathe, sleep, eat culture. When I took this job, I was like, awesome, I'm getting paid for the thing that I do on my free time already. I come to work and do culture, and I go home and do culture, and in my weekends I do culture, and it's just my whole life. And yeah, it's really beautiful to get to come to work and be excited and happy to be here. We're not a tribe or a people without culture, and so much of that was taken. Our grandparents had to lose so much and grow up with being told that they couldn't practice culture, that they couldn't say that they were Native. So to be able to be in a position that revitalizes that and helps people connect again is really healing to our community. And it serves back to giving back identity that was taken and just helping people find interests and things that excite them and feel surrounded in a community that loves them and wants them to be successful. My career journey is unorthodox, unorganized. When I graduated high school, I started attending our community college in the town that I grew up in, and not having straight A's, not being able to balance everything in my life, moving out on my own and things like that, it gets tricky and hard, and sometimes you don't want to ask for help. And then I dropped out and thought, this isn't for me, voted most likely to succeed, and just did not feel like that at that time in my life. Just started making changes to make things better and decided to go back to school a few years later. I started with my certificate in medical billing and coding, and when I received that, I rolled over into taking my bachelor's of healthcare administration. And kind of in the midst of that, I was accepted for a position in our tribal health clinics and packed up my whole life and moved to my community that I never got to grow up in or live in, and just found home for the first time. There's something about coming home that makes everything feel right, and soaked up and learned everything that I could, and was eventually asked to step into my current position. I think getting to teach, create, and teach other people to create is probably where I'm the happiest. I love getting to see people find what maybe their passion is. Like the first time I got to make a ribbon skirt, I was like, this is for me. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life, I'm sure of it. And it's because one person took the time to make sure I had the opportunity to learn. I don't know, I think creating a space where people have that opportunity, and maybe it takes 20 things to find what makes you the most happy, but let's do it. Let's go through them all. Let's find something that speaks to your heart. There are 9 federally recognized tribes in Oregon, and the majority of them are confederated tribes, meaning that they were made up of a lot of different tribes that were pushed onto a reservation, and they might have come from very different directions. It's an absolute privilege to still get to live on your tribal property and tribal lands, because so many people are generations away from having been born on their tribal lands. We are always looking 7 generations into the future. We want what is here to be cared for and passed on, and I think that mindset isn't always used. Sometimes it's a lot of me, and what's right now, and we really try to focus on what's beyond us. And I think that just that mindset makes me hopeful that we're going to continue to grow and make things better.